All right, I think it's time to do it, man. It's always me who has to do the impossible, man. We are gonna be trying the K-pop girl, MAVE. What's her name? ZENA. We're gonna be trying her on all of the demonic beasts for all you guys to watch. I know. You're probably thinking like, you're a crazy guy. So if you guys support me in doing this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I will timestamp. So yeah, this will be a doozy. All right, so I am going to suffer right now as I am going to be playing the bird with this MAVE character or K-pop. Now the thing with this character is that I ain't gonna lie, she is pretty fun because of her passive, pretty much allowing you to get extra 1 gauge every time she uses a buff, excluding her ultimate, which can lead to you pretty much like literally speed farming your ultimates multiple times, depending on how many times you get a buff card, of course, which sometimes can be a little bit difficult. But I guess the only thing I would probably say is that it's kind of a little bit of a +2 as well, because now you also get like attack boost as well, because she got like the Guild Thunder, and if I'm not mistaken, like Guild Thunder gives you like about, I think like 20, isn't like 20 on a bronze card or something like that? Let me see real quick. I think it's like 20 on the bronze card. 30, oh my god, that's even better. 30% attack for everybody on a bronze card. All right, that is a lot of damage right there, boys. So it is really good to see how well she works on these demonic beasts. Obviously, the only thing I probably have like that as an issue with her is that literally she has no cosmetics. All right, I don't know what it is, but Netmarble just said, yo, let's just run this collab character or special guest, to be more precise, with no cosmetics. Now we're using the unknown team with Miguel and stuff like that. Again, you know how Miguel works. She is also in the starter dash pool, the new one, so that's actually really good for you global people who are interested in it. And again, this character is free, so it's not like you have to like summon for the character or anything like that. You get free tickets, which means you get more SSR tickets and stuff like that. And again, we're on the floor 2, which means that we are going to be pretty much saving our prayer ultimate, because you want to try to do like double damage, so you can get rid of the revive, because if you don't have a taunt, you need like some sort of like extra damage from a card, just so you can have his revive going a lot sooner. Also, the thing is that like you get some free SSR coins as well too. Again, her banner isn't the best or anything like that, but at least you get some coins and stuff like that, you know, if you looking to get this character. And she's unknown, which actually is a really good thing, because unknowns are so good in this game. So I'm so glad to see that she is unknown. So now she got a little bit of some support, because now you got the Nashi buff, you got Rom buff and stuff like that. You got a Echidna buff in her to kind of make up for the lack of not getting cosmetics. I'm actually curious if the anniversary they'll give her cosmetics, because again, she really needs it. Because without cosmetics, she's kind of like, yo, I think she has less cosmetics than Deldry. All right. And she has no holy relic either. So I'm actually curious if they're ever going to do a holy relic for her, because I mean, technically she is a collab character, so you will need like collab materials, I would assume. Also, how do you guys feel about the leak about Vaughn? I know a lot of people was like very excited. I want to let you, I just want to see what you guys think, you know, put the W or L if you're excited for Vaughn. And then we also had that one thing with the LR. So a lot of people have been really like against the LR just because of other systems of LR from other games like Dokkan and stuff like that. So it's like we have to see how well they'll do when it comes to the LR mechanic and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people are speculating it's gonna be for the older characters, the growth system that they was talking about. I just want to know what they're gonna use for like resources and stuff like that, because it has to be something with that's like new for like resources, because I'm not gonna lie. I definitely don't want to have to waste like 20 more SSR pennies just to get the LR versions of like the older characters and stuff like that, you know? But only time will tell. She also was really fast as well for farming, because again, you get your ultimate pretty fast once you get a buff card. So again, that's the only really thing I like about her. And I do have Freyr, which is a character who has a death ultimate, so allowing me to get his ultimate pretty fast, it's kind of like a plus in my eyes. I can't even lie to you. And she has like a last ultimate for defense, so Rem also benefits from it as well. Now again, I don't know why Nemaro did K-pop, but can't lie, I can't not complain, because it's still a free character. Again, I have been seeing people comment hateful things about the K-pop character, like she isn't just like a free character. Like people are so upset about this character because she's just a random character. She's not SDS based and stuff like that. So a lot of people have like a lot of complaints about her. It's kind of like what they did with like Stranger Things, where a lot of people just either hate it or like meme on it about. But it kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty much over. We got a good passive. Bird, pretty easy. Nothing really to explain. All right, this time we got Deer. Again, Deer is also one of the easy things as well, as long as you got the characters for it. And again, Unknown is still really, really good. Really stacked for PVE and stuff like that. But for the most part, because most of the demonic beast characters are literally unknown. You got Freya, you got Freyr, you have Jormungandr, you have Megilda. Like demonic beast based characters. The only one who's not is like Thonar and stuff like that. But she's human, which was kind of like a random release. It was like, why would he just be like Thonar? How you come from Megilda, a unique character, Jormungandr, another unique character, to like Thonar, who was a character that was kind of was kind of like at the beginning. All right, Thonar was like literally at the beginning of like Belmont. Okay, the green one. So we already know that character. We thought we was gonna get like a unique new character, but I don't know. Maybe Netmarble is saving that for a more offensive character. Who knows? Rather than a defensive support. Now again, it's the same thing. You know, I have Jormungandr Relic. That's why you see me. I'm able to like randomly get my buff card. Again, Jormungandr is like every time you use like 3 different skills for different characters. You rank up your entire hand, which is literally broken. People want that passive actually for like Nidhogg as well. For one of these characters that will be used for Nidhogg, because some of these activities in like the first floor of phase 4 and floor 3 phase 1, they require you to have like a gold pierce card or gold cards in general to deplete the gauge pretty fast. So they want a character that can like rank up your hand just so you can get easy access to gold cards so you can deplete the gauge, because that's one thing people have issue with. It's not like Nidhogg is super hard or anything like that. It's just that sometimes if you have like the right team build up and stuff like that, it still takes a very long time because you have to wait for that gold card. You have to farm up the gold card. Well, I guess you can say that it is hard as well because of people who don't have a stance removal character, which is pretty much the goddess team. That's like the best team with like Freya, Mael, Blue Alat, and Green Elizabeth, because it has the defense boost and immunity with Alat, which is needed. You have Mael with his ultimate with damage reduction, and then you have Freya with her Holy Relic that's meant for Nidhogg, making her technically a Nidhogg unit, being super broken for. Again, we don't know why she is used for Nidhogg, but it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to like talk about commentary with like easier activities like Bird and Deer and stuff like that, because I think we already know how easy these events could be. It's only when you have like a festival where it's like a little bit more interesting, because you get to see, oh, if I summon for this festival, then boom, can I just use that instead in case like maybe I missed out on Escanor or something like that, or Meliodas. But I think this banner is gonna be probably pretty stacked with festivals, because it showed like people were voting for like Trading Meliodas, which is a good PvE character for Demonic Beast. The one Escanor Ultimate is gonna be on there, which is a good PvE character for Demonic Beast. And dang, who else was on there? I think Light Elizabeth and Merlin, which Light Elizabeth isn't the best for PvE. She's kind of, you probably see her more so for PvP, and then Merlin, same thing, PvP. And then, oh yeah, Esteros too. Yeah, obviously Esteros is gonna get like probably like top 3 or top 2, just because of how active the demon team is. Like literally everybody just runs demon teams. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you be like, yo, but really I see Mael more. No, everybody's using the demon team. I'm sorry. Get out of here, global people. Get out of here. Okay. That's all I be seeing. Like every time I talk about this, I'd be like, yo, everybody uses freaking demons. They'd be like, nah. I be seeing Maya all the time. I'm like, okay, you must be one of the lucky ones. I think it's just a global thing, because again, global spent heavy amounts on Mael, while JP, we really didn't even care. Like I be seeing people who be out CCing me in PvP be having like 2 out of 6 Mael. Like they be having high box CC but have like a 2 out of 6 Mael in Constellation. I'm like, what the heck? So no one just summoned for Mael on JP, and that's probably because of the fact that literally Purgatory Meliodas was just the best thing, like, and still was the best thing in PvP since then. But I don't know, man. Hopefully, Bond might make the meta a little bit. Actually, hopefully he just gives the human team option. You know, you don't want it you don't want him to be too broken, okay? Because then that when you get people complaining, they be like, oh my god, it's the same thing with Purgatory Bond, which is taking over meta and stuff like that. You don't want people to complain like that. So hopefully he's not too broken and stuff like that. So we gonna do this. And that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so we got the Wolves. Now the Wolves are a little bit more interesting. I felt like the Wolves are a lot harder to do with this. Now this is a team that I chose, which is kind of like the triple ult. This is like the triple ult spam team. All right, this is the one I was more interested in because again, a lot of people wanted to see this combination, which is like triple ult gauge. I don't know why, but they just wanted to see it. So I mean, I might as well do for all demonic beasts. You feel me? Just have like all the characters. I could have used Red Magilda as well for Deer. I was like, why? She doesn't do damage. I use Scotty. The reason why I use Scotty is because of her heal, and that's because on the Wolves they hit hard. Okay, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but yeah, the Wolves hit hard. And when you're using a character like this MAVE K-pop character, she has no cosmetics and her stats are really bad. So it makes it very hard for her to live hits. Lucky enough that I have like decent box CC, that she literally is decent for like tanking and stuff like that. Because if I didn't, I would be pretty much losing most of the time while using her. Because the Wolves hit like a truck, man. Man, it's just annoying. Now again, the problem with my team also is that I have no damage, because I don't have like a 6/6 Magilda, so her ultimate really falls off when hitting 6/6. Again, it does still do decent damage. I guess the one thing I'll probably say with this team is that because you have so many characters who give out buffs, that it can lead to multiple times of you getting your buff removed, especially when it comes to the Wolves. You'll start seeing it when I get to the floor 2, that you might see like the buffs getting removed a lot more, which makes it a lot difficult. Okay, so we're on floor 2. Again, it's the same thing. We just doing the same play where we're just trying to build up our ult gauge. Now, what you want to try to do is go for the Black Wolf, and that's because you want to do damage. Thonar needs to do damage to activate a passive and stuff like that. You want to do some damage and also get your ultimate as quickly as possible. Kind of like a first turn ultimate thing, as you can see. Again, it's super broken. Super broken, but it's pretty fun too at the same time. So I'm just trying to see if I can get the attack buff, because you need to use 3 attack cards and do damage with it so you can get the attack buff from Thonar's passive. Also, there's also one thing I also hate about this team is that you only have 1 character for stance removal, which that's never good. You never want 1 character for stance removal, because you can end up having terrible moments where you just get like literally nothing, and then you have to stall for the most of the time while using your characters. That's why when you're playing the Wolves, you either have like a super high DPS team where you can just nuke characters, where you can just nuke the Wolves for like 2 turns, or double stance remove characters in case you don't get anything. And you can see that the immunity actually does help a little bit on on phase 2, because he can't do anything. But on phase 3, the buff gets removed, and you're probably gonna see this after we get rid of him right here. I think we get rid of him, or do I save it up? Okay, I think I saved up. Yeah, because I wanted to stack some more of my oak gauge and get rid of some cards. But yeah, guys, the one issue is that you can't use anything. Okay, you can't buff up really like that, because one of the Wolves, they remove the buff every single turn. And like I said before, the one complaint about my team is that I have literally no damage really. So my damage is really just coming from Scotty when she gets debuffed and stuff like that, or when I do randomly get the attack buff. Which if I was y'all, I would recommend, if you're about to probably approach the the floor 3, is that you want to make sure you count how many Thonar passive you have, because they will remove your buffs multiple times. I kind of forget if it's because of, I don't know. Actually, why does it keep removing my buffs? Again, I haven't had moments where I end up stalling for a long time while playing. So this was like so new to me, just seeing me just pretty much, this is kind of new to me, just seeing my buffs get removed, because I be having so much damage that I really don't be noticing as much. And we're gonna heal right here. See, I'm taking a lot of damage. Like, it just be remove my buffs. Kind of crazy to think about it. And we also got a gold card, which is kind of nice. And I noticed that once I get rid of the white wolf, they don't really remove my buffs afterwards. The black one, as you see, he's not removing my buffs at all and stuff like that, unless he uses a single target. Actually, I think, again, I don't really pay attention to the passive, but he removes my buffs after this part where I just pretty much attack him a lot. I don't know if it's because, like, it depends on how many times you attack the wolves or anything, where they remove your buffs and stuff like that. Again, guys, I never play with a slow team on the wolves, okay? I don't play with slow teams on the wolves, all right? I have the most DPS teams possible. As you can see, my buffs get all removed right here. So this is all new to me. I'm about to reset right here because I want to heal. Oh, I'll probably take away his old gauge, didn't I? Yep. Gotta go for another defense boost just to see if he's going to take away my buffs. And he doesn't do that right there. See, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the passive that he got, but it's something where maybe because the ignites he applied to me, it made me get my buff. All right, so we go on this one right here. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to triple speed this one because it was taking too long. Now this is what I have with my gripe with this team. Again, it does work and it's pretty cool to see me get ultimate instantly first turn, but it lacks stance removal and damage. Okay, I have to be completely honest. Okay. And And that's because if you don't get a stance removal, you're going to be in some trouble, okay? Because of the one thing that is, you need stance removal when it comes to the wolves, okay? Because this is the one where he gets a taunt, so all the cards go directly towards him. So that is kind of sucky, all right? Now, again, if you don't have a stance removal card, and then he's going to be bringing back his HP very, very easily. So what I recommend is get lucky, okay? Just get lucky. That's all I got to say. Just get lucky when doing the demonic wolves, okay? Because this is literally the only one I have to like triple speed because this is how freaking slow it is. All because I can't get no stance card. Again, yep, I'm just pulling no stance cards. I'm just wasting everything. Again, that's why I went for Scotty, so I can have a healer and a character who also benefits off of the debuffs, because they do remove buffs multiple times on this one as well. Again, I literally don't be noticing because of how many times I've played demonic wolves with so many high DPS characters that I didn't even know he does that. Dang, that's why a lot of characters suck. That's why I don't be seeing like Goddess Elizabeth. I see why. Alright, so you can see again, I'm going to probably need another stance removal pretty soon. So I'm probably just going to do this and then try to rush my ultimate. Because again, we need another stance removal. So we gotta hope that we get a stance removal pretty soon before he can like get a lot of damage on us. Fully heal. And I kind of like Melghelda in this moment too, because she giving the ult gauge and she also healing at the same time too, which is kind of nice. Can't lie to you. And we get a stance removal right here, which is absolutely perfect because he's about to throw up his stance on the dog, which gives us another chance to pretty much just attack. So this is where you're gonna see me just ult, get rid of the defense. Now I allowed him to get the defense buff up while I ulted because he does have Migueldo does have like power strike, so that's really, really good. And I'm just stacking up my ultimates. That's why I'm attacking with Migueldo. I'm stacking my ultimate and passive as well. Now this is, again, you can use the defense boost on this one because he doesn't really debuff you or anything. Unlike the White Wolf, he can't remove buffs on this one. So it's very easy for you to cheese with her ultimate. Which I will give a plus to her, is that you can just cheese with it. And stack up too, once you get like a buff. Is one of the cool factors when it comes to this character. And then you have ult control too, which is just really, really good, man. Ult control is so good. Like you can just see me, I'm just literally just stalling this entire time. And I already know that they're not gonna give me any buff cards, so I think did I just use one or did I just move card? Oh, I just moved it. Or just used it. So this one we just go for the White Wolf because we know the White Wolf is gonna be the one who moves buffs. No, I don't like having the White Wolf alive. I really don't mind the Black Wolf just because he doesn't really do damage to you. Okay, all he does is like poison and stuff like that and debuff you a lot. But once you get like your ultimate with the K-pop girl, you get like defense boost and immunity. So again, it's not a huge problem with me. I actually felt like this floor was a lot easier to handle than floor 2, but that's what a lot of people say. It's just stally, which is why you see me doing this in like freaking triple speed. It's just stally. Like once you get rid of one of the wolves, it's pretty much GG after that. And my team has 3 ult control units, so I have literally 3 ult control units. So it's like it's over for you regardless, my guy. Not only do they ult control, but they also give me ult gauge too. It's a pretty fire team. Oh yeah, he also I keep forgetting. Yeah, they sometimes also remove buffs on the Black Wolf as well too. Again, I don't know the gimmick to it. All I know is I win. That's it. All right, so now we on Nidhogg, our favorite one. I don't even know what I can say about Nidhogg. Now, we use Freya, because Freya is the Nidhogg unit. She's unknown. We use Miguelda, because she can help out with the heals and stuff like that. And then we got the Maeve character, pretty cool. And we have Liz. Now, the reason why I have Liz is because you need buff removal for floor 2. I don't know why people be recommending me teams like using Freya and stuff like that when you need buff removal. Unless they want to see me do just floor 1, okay? Maybe that's what they was thinking. They was like, yo, use Freya, and then Miguelda. I'm like, do y'all want me to just beat floor 1? Because floor 2, you literally need buff removal. You need some character to have buff removal because he gets like that immortal buff, and he needs that to be gone when you're ready to finish off the phase 1 boss. Maybe they can do that for the Maeve character, where if you use our old control card, it might remove buffs. But at this moment, it's not doing that. All right, it's not given. She's not slaying now. Also, if you don't know how to beat the floor 1 of Nidhogg, all you're doing is just stacking up a gold Pierce card just to deplete the gauge a lot faster. Once you deplete all the gauge to 0%, you can finally get rid of him. And you also don't want to make sure I think it's like what 20 or 30% under his HP, because he gets like attack buff. So you gotta keep that in mind as well. That's why I just use like the freaking goddess team. All right, I invested in Mael, my PVE god himself. I just invested into Mael, so even if I get the attack buff, I have so much damage reduction that it doesn't even matter. As you can see, all I'm doing is just cycling ults, which is the whole point of people wanting me to use the K-pop girl, because they want to see me just cycle ultimates a million times and see if that can help when clearing the harder difficulties like Nidhogg or maybe the wolves and stuff like that. Which it does work. Don't recommend it if you have low HP though. Just because the Nidhogg still hits like a truck. All right, you saw I was almost dead as they just blasting my freaking Miguelda. Okay, and I have like triple defense on, by the way, with Ritarmio Link, and I was just getting blasted. So that should let you know. Which I be seeing people be using like Miguelda with HP / defense gear too, but the problem when you have like her with HP / defense is that she becomes the highest, not the high, yeah, she becomes like basically the highest HP character, which ends up being that the Maeve character gets hit, and I don't want that. All right, because the Maeve character has no cosmetics, so you want to save up gold cards and silver cards on this phase, deplete the gauge a lot faster. Ultimates also works as well. As you can see, I'm just pretty much trying to get rid of his. I'm just trying to make sure he's low as possible. As you can see, I did too much damage, so I'm about to reset. All right, so let's go to this one. As you see, I reset. So we're just gonna finish him off right here. As you're gonna get our ultimates. Again, you want to be very careful not to get that attack boost. That's why I reset. And boom, just gone. All right, so now we on floor 2. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna ask Marilli, how is it on floor 2? That's what we're doing right here, so you guys can see. And I'm not gonna lie to you, floor 2 sucks. All right. Again, if you don't know with the floor 2 mechanic, for this first phase, what you want to try to do is that you want to get rid of him, or bring down his HP as low as possible, so you can remove his buff, because he has an immortality buff. And if you don't get rid of that, pretty much you won't get rid of him. Pretty much, it's super simple. So he has an immortality buff. You want to try to break him down. Now the thing about this floor is the bosses are super tanky, which means you have to have a lot of attack on your characters, which you could have that happen if you have Maeve with her attack buff. Now the problem is that what are the chances of you keep on getting that attack buff? Pretty low. So guess what happens, man? It's gonna be very difficult to achieve your goal, which is pretty much doing a lot of damage, because not only the phase 1 you have to do a lot of damage to get them down, but on floor 3, I said floor 3, floor 2, phase 3, that's where it sucks the most, because if you don't get him below 50%, he gets the attack buff that lasts the entire time playing with him. So if you, as a person, do not have enough attack to get the boss down to under 50%, you will lose, guaranteed. So you probably, if you really want to try it out this team, on probably trying to beat floor 2, you're gonna probably have to save your K-pop girl attack buff until the last moment, till you get to phase 3, and then you just want to use your attack with Freya then, if you're 6/6 and stuff like that. Sounds easy, right? No, it's not. All right, because you're gonna be having to farm up gold cards again. If it was like the same thing what happens in like floor 1, which sucks. Now I'm gonna show you right here is gonna suck as well, because I'm literally having a difficulty doing this, because again, my only 2 DPS is Miguelda's ultimate and Freya and her ultimate. And the thing about Freya is that she kind of sucks. So you see right here, we go to the next one, and then boom, you see he has attack buff. That's because I didn't go 50%, and this is the part where I do get 50% right here, because I had the attack buff. I should have probably see if I could get the attack buff before I headed into the stage, and then see how much damage I could do then. But again, this is just a test anyway, so I'm not gonna try this team out again, because again, it sucks. Don't recommend this to anybody. So if you enjoyed it, that's pretty much it, man. So this is Marilli, guys, and I'm out. Peace.